Hi everyone, welcome January 1st, 2020. What's up, New Year? You're looking good. So welcome to the Hollywood Actor's Guide to Surviving the Film and TV Industry. I'm still here, your host, Jennifer Lynn Warren, helping you ring in the new year. So I wanted to start off today with something that is a little off-topic actory, but is going to change your life. I've had a few friends do this and I've insisted on it. And they rave about it. They're like, you're so right. We're sleeping a lot better. We're going to sleep instantly. And the thing is, guys, is that our electronics, our cell phones, our incandescent light bulbs, our computers, the type of light that they give off, and just stick with me for a moment if you're not a science nerd like I am, but the type of light that they give off is the same kind of light you're going to get if you're staring into the sun. It mimics sunlight, and that type of light is developed to keep us alert and to keep us awake. So when you know that, then you start to realize it's an instant connection as to why, if I'm on my computer or I'm watching TV or I'm on my cell phone up until the moment that I'm going to bed, or you have bright incandescent lights in your house and you're having trouble falling asleep, well, it's because your brain says, well, the sun is still out, dummy. Why are we going to sleep? So here's a little hack. What you want to do is, and I know it's hard, is you don't want to be on your computer or your TV. Now is a good time to maybe have a script printed or a book to read or a podcast to listen to. That's okay. You want to, if you do listen to podcasts on your phone, you want to turn the brightness on your screen all the way down, and you don't want to be staring at your screen, right? You just want to use it to turn the podcast on and turn the podcast off. And then what you want to do is, instead of having all these bright lights around your house, is you're going to get some red lights. And what's really great right now is a lot of the Christmas lights are on sale, and sometimes you can get just strings of red lights, or you can get what's called an Edison bulb, and they glow with like an amber light. And what you want to do is you want to mimic the light. What these do, they're red light, and you may have even heard of red light therapy, which is really, really, really good for your body. But these mimic the light that happens as the sun's going down, and your body goes, oh, the sun's going away. We can go to sleep now. And if you've ever been in one of those homes that just has that cozy amber glow to it, almost like a fire, and it almost mimics like a fire, and a fire is actually really good to have on as light as well. If that's what you have in your house, you're lucky enough to have a fireplace. That is also okay. You're going to find out that suddenly you're going to be able to fall asleep a lot faster. You're going to sleep a lot deeper and a lot more soundly. And I don't know a single actor out there that doesn't need a little bit more sleep, because we are on the go so much. A thought today about your acting performance is that all work is too slow. And okay, not all work. If you know about this, then your work probably is not too slow. But almost all work, and almost all auditions for that matter, is just too slow. And when a scene does not have the correct pacing and it's dragging, what happens is that scene loses its importance. So you can take the most important Shakespearean scene ever written. You can have, let's say, I'm not saying this is the most important, but what's coming into mind is when, Lady Macbeth has the blood all over her hands and they're trying to figure out what to do, and the guests are in the house and she's trying to get the blood off her hands and they're freaking out. If that pacing is not, and it's not even about it's not about how fast you say the words, and it's not about closing the gaps in between the sentences. It's about everything you're saying and everything you are doing having such importance that the pacing of the scene feels quick. Because as soon as it feels like it is slowing down, then you're going to lose your audience. And one of the ways to actually help combat this is anytime you have an audition or performance or whatever, practice doing it as fast as you can. Once you got those lines down, just do every action, every moment, every beat, just go fast, 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 fast. Because what tends to happen is once you're able to take it to 250%, you can actually go back and you find the 100% you're supposed to be at a lot quicker than if you're going at 70% and maybe you audition at 80% and you think it's fast enough, but it's not, because you're just not letting yourself hit those markers. You're not, what it really is you're not trusting yourself. You're trying to play those moments. And, especially if you're doing television, they only have so much time to fit those pages, before they cut to commercial break a lot of times. So you got to know what the pace is for that scene. And you got to be able to take the breath out of it and go at the speed they need you to go. It doesn't mean talk faster. It means everything you're doing is so important that the pacing becomes the speed, which is almost always fast because every scene's important that they need you to be at. So our last little segment here is, we are living in the age of the internet. And a lot of casting offices have assistants or they have interns whose job it is to look you up on the internet. So you come in, you have a great audition, they're considering you for callbacks or they're considering to bring you to producers or directors. And many times these days before they do, they go online and they look you up. And you want to look yourself up. And you want to look yourself up for a couple reasons. One, you really want to make sure that when somebody's looking you up on Facebook or Instagram, that you seem like a positive, friendly person that they are going to want to be around on set. And if you're doing commercials, you want to make sure you're not one of those people that's brand bashing all the time, because they're going to be worried that if you book that Toyota commercial, that you might bash Toyota and then that's going to be really bad on the brand. Or if you're one of those people that, goes online and you're like, oh, I hated this movie. It was so slow. It was so terrible. The new Star Wars was such a disappointment, yada, yada, yada. Well, what do you think a casting director or a director is thinking when they see you bashing something, even if they agree with you, right? Even if they agree with you, they're going to be worried that you're going to be the type of person that might even bash a project that you're involved in. So you want to be very careful about your presence online because they are watching, right? We've already been through that. The casting director is always watching you, right? And another thing is you really do want to see what comes up first if you Google yourself. You want to know, you want to make sure that old reels that embarrass you are not popping up first because maybe more people have happened to watch it just because it's been up longer. So you want to look to see if I need to take that down from IMDb or a website or whatever, because that's popping up first. And you want to see what is coming up. So if somebody's looking you up, you really just need to know what people are finding out about you. Because if you feel like you're going in and you're knocking these auditions out of the park, and then maybe if what's coming up about you online is not the best, there are things you can do about that. There are people that you can hire to write articles about you or write it yourself, get them published, get a publicist, hire someone who knows how to do SEO stuff, and make sure things that come up about you are positive and put your best foot forward if a casting director or associate or intern is looking you up. So that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's going to be a great year. So break a leg out there and remember, you are not alone.